tuko live DJ Live FPL. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in the previous videos. If you haven't seen my previous video on my game week 6 wildcard team selection, cheki iko hapo tu. Hii video actually iko na tips zote unahitaji. Hii video ina tips. Hii video nakwambia venye tuna setup squad yangu, and then tuna hope for the best, because at this point tumelearn anything can happen. Anything can happen. Yani mimi nakaa nikisema nakaa nikimalizia video nikisema I hope we can get 70 points at least. Bro, zinakuja zikuwa 40. So this is my team selection for game week 6. As I just said, if you want some tips and extra tips and in-depth analysis, ideal people to buy to transfer for this game week, just check out my ideal wildcard team video. Iko na kila mtu na ina explain kila kitu. So naanza hapa in defense. This time I'm playing with Steele, no Martinez. At first I thought I needed to buy a goalkeeper, but so far the goalkeepers that I started with, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. My only issue with my substitute goalkeeper, who is now infield in this case, is Steele. Ni alicheza some game weeks akacha kucheza, but he is resumed playing as of game week 5. Na pia nimeona alianza game ya Brighton ya Europa. So I'm happy to go with him. Bournemouth at home. Brighton are conceding. So sijui Arsenal na concede na penya. So sina the highest of hopes. If Solanke turns up, if Bournemouth play the way they played against Chelsea, sina hopes hapa kuongea kweli. My substitute goalkeeper in bench is Martinez. Anashikia Aston Villa away to Chelsea. Sina hopes na yeye ata concede sana, so this is my better option. If Brighton can try and maintain the game, play at their own pace, we could get points here, and hopefully pia atapata points za saves kama atapewa mashots. Beside him I have Ben Mee from Everton, from Brentford. He's back to playing. My two guys here, Ben Mee and Gabriel, they weren't playing at first, kept faith in them. Their prices were dropping, held into them. So right now these guys are getting into the starting lineup, so I'm happy to play with Ben Mee against Everton at home. Everton are conceding also. Sorry, I need to correct here. Gabriel is playing against Tottenham at home. Uzuri ya Gabriel ni that yeye kwa likely kufunga. Last time alifunga I think twice in the season. Pia Ben Mee alifunga a goal or two. And Gabriel is the type to try to create a long ball. Like in the previous game for Arsenal, niliona alitry kutumia Gabriel Jesus Barua. The first touch wasn't the best, or the second touch. I think the second touch. And then he could have easily have gotten an assist for Gabriel. So I think hiyo tunaenda na yeye. Beside him I have Chilwell. Sorry, iko sawa. Chilwell is playing Aston Villa at home. He didn't begin the last game, gave us 1 point, even got a yellow card na mingia kama sub. Vitu tu zinaweza kubo. But compared to my bench, and it's a Chelsea home game, I hope we can get attacking returns from him. Si expect a clean sheet. Najua ata concede kibao easily. Why? Chelsea. Full stop. Ni Chelsea. Ni kama tu kusema Man U. Full stop. Wata concede. Full stop. Let's go into my midfield. I have Maddison playing against Arsenal away. Maddison anaserve corners. Ako kwa indirect free kicks. Ako CAM. Ako na watu wa kuplug. Arsenal itakuwa game ngumu. By the way, siwezi kuwa naive. Hii game ya Arsenal itakuwa ngumu, but I'm happy to take the faith. There's a reason I bought him in the first place. I think Maddison is the type to turn up in big games. Hii game najua hapa Maddison anangaliana na Saka. Na inaka Saka atapata points more than Maddison if it happens the way I think it could happen. Saka is easily playing a home game. If so far Tottenham have been good on away, zile games wameenda away hazijakuwa mbaya tukifikiria, si ndio? So I'm happy to play Maddison in midfield. I think he's had 11 shots. Let me just check. Yeah, Maddison has had 16 shots so far. I don't know about zenye ziko on target ama off target, but he's right after Eze and Wissa in terms of the total shots that they've had so far. Watu wanafuatana ni kina Odegaard, Fernandes na kama unaona Rodri from Man City, which is actually exciting to me. That's why I also have Rodri in my squad. Simeona akona shots. Champe ali turn up for City, he got a goal. I'm happy that goal will give him confidence to try the goal over and over. Rodri anapata full 90 minutes, Pep amemwaminia. If it was up to me, I'd have bought Alvarez if I could, but see, I have Rodri in my squad. You could try some long balls to Haaland, hopefully. But yeah, he's had shots, an equivalent number of shots as these other guys, 14 shots in all these games. Na anacheza in midfield deep, but since he has Kovacic, he's been able to be more freer according to him. So unlike last season, ana get opportunity na chance ya kwenda in front more often. Anareleasiwa na manager, mambo unaweza enda uko mbele. And according to pundits, ama according to data, inaonyesha Man City wali win 6-0 over these guys last season. Man City wali win 6-0 over these guys last season, according to pundits. So me, I have to confirm. Acha tuone. Okay, vale. Honestly, ukienda away na home inakuanga tofauti. Venye Man City walienda away to Nottingham ilisha 1-1. But before isha 1-1, Nottingham walikuwa wametest Rather City. Walichapwa at home 6-0 at Etihad. So I'm happy to play Rodri in this game. Na kama hata nipea returns hapa sijui ni aje. Ninaonesha Haaland alikuwa na hat-trick last time. Na Alvarez aliget bao mbili. What? Anyway, I hope Nottingham have improved and they won't let so many goals through their net. Lakini wanaenda Etihad. Ujue hiyo place ni kichinjio. So these are my three players. Maddison playing against Arsenal, Saka playing Tottenham at home. He's on penalties. He's taking the right hand side left foot curled corner kicks. Kando hapa niko na Mitoma. I've only gotten his points once. The only second time that I've gotten his points zilikuwa kwa bench. Bournemouth at home, I think in one of those last warnings. Honestly, he needs to convince me a little bit more, because so far hizo points nimepata kwake 6.5 million. Naweza swap hiyo do na WordPress na nipate better returns, but it's a home game. One thing I love about his midfield is that majority of the players are playing home games, which is a positive start. Last week I think watu wengi walikuwa away game na mnaona venye tu ilienda. Na kando yake niko na Mbeumo against Everton. This was a no-brainer. Mbeumo gets to play this game. Anyway, I can see how it can be an easy fixture for Brentford this time at home. They have a really good record at their stadium. Na tempo wanacheza nayo. I don't know if Everton can hold for long. Only God knows. Nashuku hata captaincy yake inaweza kuwa fiti. Unaweza pata bao mbili, lakini nimejaribu hivyo before, but this time Haaland gets the armband. And in my attack I have Wilson playing Sheffield away. This is the only transfer that I've made this week. I've contemplated making multiple transfer, taking a negative 4, ni swap watu extra, but nimesema wacha to watch one transfer, tukue patient, wacha to observe. Ningetaka kubuy Doku from Man City. Ningetaka kufanya hiyo extra transfer niweke Doku, Alvarez, Wilson, uko defense nilete Botman, Trippier, but I understand the rules of the game. I'm also playing in a competitive head-to-head league, so siwezi afford to take negatives obvious. Inahitaji kuwa na a solid base. So I want to observe this fixture. Wilson, if Wilson starts games, he usually gets points. This is one of the reasons that I've chosen to have him in my squad or to bring him in. As the season began, he wasn't getting that playtime, but aliingia as a sub in Champe. Na alianza game ya Brentford. Alianza their last game week against Brentford. So it looks like he's finally getting those first starting lineup and anaingia into the first anaingia into the starting lineup for his coach, and when Wilson starts games he usually scores. Do I need to say he's on penalties? Because he's on penalties and he also knows. Hata anajua akipata penani yeye. Hata mimi najua ni yeye. So this is the squad I'm going with. Sheffield away. Sheffield haven't convinced me 100% so far. Na Newcastle wamecheza fixtures ngumu. Again, please try to reference the previous video that I made on my ideal wildcard team selection for game week 6. Very informative. I give other options. I also talk about why I chose Wilson, and we also looked at the next 3 fixtures that they have. Newcastle have played hard games so far. Wamecheza teams ngumu. Manze wamecheza fixtures ngumu. Wamecheza Brentford, wamecheza Brighton, wamecheza Liverpool, wamecheza Man City. So I hope this is a good turnaround time for them. We'll get their confidence in. And right behind I have my captaincy, right beside I have my captaincy with Haaland playing against Nottingham. He had a hat-trick last time against them. Not guaranteed that he'll have as many goals as he did last week, but as last time, but kama hata miss chances kama last weekend, easily he can get, I think he can give us 10 points plus. Nokiaka captaincy tunaweza pata some 20 plus. I think 90% of the people who have Haaland might captain him, so I think that's a good option to go with. In my bench I have Martinez from Aston Villa. I've also benched Watkins. Nilikuwa na temptation ya kumuuza, but ni venye kuna fixtures zingine after ya Chelsea, kuna ingine moja ngumu, alafu zinaanza kukua some easy fixtures against like the bottom half of the table teams in default. I also have Aurier. He's injured. They're also playing against Man City. Singemchezesha, hata kama angekuwa injured singemchezesha. Beside I have Henry, pia yeye ameumia. Achezi mpaka next year July. Nihitaji kumuuza. So this is my bench and this is the squad that I'm going to play with. We hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And as I said, please make sure to check out my previous video on my wildcard team selection. It's more informative, has more data than you think you need. Tuonane next game week to react on how this game week went, and as we also suggest other things that we suggest any other changes that we want to make into our squads. So that's it. Chikiane in the next video. Kwa nini cash?
BTL drop, Radika Ruka. I gave her Kichoika Ruka. She gave me inside the Uber. Liambaga was sitting at date nikamruka. Put on my dip when I was at Peruka. Kama tumnyambo, I be with my shooter. She is a soldier, she is a trooper. The way that she stay with my stick, then I knew. BTL drop.